be speaking about awakening the psychic mind. But before I get into the psychic mind, I do want to speak about spiritual psychosis and what this is. It is very important to have a stable mind before you try to go into your psychic mind. Not being in the right state of mind can cause spiritual psychosis. And this is when the spiritual world and the physical world seem distorted, making it hard to know what's real in your world, right? So a lot of these mental illnesses have to do with activating the psychic mind too early. And when I say right, I mean balance, because there's no such thing as right or wrong. If you don't have a balanced state of mind, this could cause you to disconnect from the physical world, and then you get too much from the spiritual world. And this is where you see people that see things that don't seem that they're there, right? And they get called crazy and get put on these medications and stuff. So it's important to have a balanced mind, as well as this is going to help you tune in to the frequency of what you want to receive. So if you're vibrating at a very low frequency, you're tuning into these low vibrations, and that is what you're going to receive. The vibration of your mind is the inputs of the output you receive, right? Which you're giving out to the universe, that's what you're going to receive. And the psychic mind can receive in different ways. These are also known as psychic abilities. Your pineal gland or your third eye is already activated. You're meant to be constantly receiving through your third eye. There is a misconception that when you start your spiritual awakening, you have to open these energy centers, right? Your chakras. But the truth is that these energy centers are open. It's a matter of removing what's being blocked. Or in this case, decalcifying the things that are blocking the energies from flowing in your third eye, right? This can happen to any energy center. That's why it's important to do the energy work to clear, because just one block center can't stop the flow, and these energies can stay stagnant and cause delay in what you need to receive, right? The energy, the resource. Specifically, your third eye, you may lack imagination or struggle to have dreams. And this is caused by all the things that are blocking this energy center, right? Not only are these energies blocking you, but there's also certain things that you can be possibly doing on your daily life that can block this as well, right? Like the food and the chemicals that you're putting in your body. So just be aware of what you're putting in your body. The main thing is that we're trying to be a clear vessel to constantly flow and receive. So once you feel like you're in flow, a clear vessel, right, and you have your mind right, you're then able to move to the next thing. And by the way, this isn't just the pineal gland that can be affected this way, but every energy center has a specific function, right? Like the mind's eye is about your imagination. Well, each energy center is connected to a part of your body. So just make sure you tune in with your body and see where's the blockage to remove this energy and keep flowing. Your imagination is a big part of the psychic mind and the third eye. everything you are envisioning already exists. Not in this reality, but in another reality. This is why you couldn't already see it, right? And so your thoughts and ideas are then manifested in this reality. But before this, you have already seen it, right? Now you're just gonna create that or take action to be that, right? So if you can't imagine vividly or dream, then you have some clearing to do in your mind's eye, right? Your third eye. This can also cause trouble in manifesting because your imagination is a big part of manifesting. It's like you're envisioning as if you're already there, right? Now, how is this connected, right? Well, melatonin is a hormone that is produced by your third eye. And you need this hormone to sleep and dream. Now, dreaming is another way of imagining. So it's connected. It's all in your mind. Dreams are technically events that occur in other dimensions. So you wake up in a different world, right? But you're dreaming in this reality. So to get your imagination going, your dreams, you need to start imagining more. Try to get a vivid picture of whatever. And this is more helpful through a meditative state because you close your eyes and really get in tune. Practicing imagining will help you expand your consciousness because you're going to be more open to the possibilities that could be here, right? That you could create here. Your dreams are part of the psychic mind. Dreams are very psychic because you receive the signs, the guidance, information, and sometimes you're even able to speak to past loved ones, right? Even then, like, these dreams are easily dismissed. Sometimes it could be warnings, you know? This is why it's important to remember your dreams. When you're dreaming, you're able to receive the information that is being given to you, but not always are you able to bring this information back into this reality, right? And the reason it is hard, it's because of your consciousness. It's how big your consciousness is. So you're able to take as much as big as your consciousness. When you are more aware, you're able to remember more. So if you want to remember your dreams, expand your consciousness. Now I'm going to speak about psychic abilities. And we all have these psychic abilities. We are all special. And we even use them without even knowing, right? Such as your internal guidance, which is your intuition, or telepathy, when you know what's on someone's mind, even feeling others' emotions, right? This is reading someone's energy, seeing things that others don't. This is reading energy. And again, these abilities connect to your imagination. That's why it's important to have a stable mind, get that mind clear and flowing, and then expand your consciousness, right? Your imagination. Then you'll be more aligned with your psychic abilities. When you see something in your mind, you're seeing the future. Because these are potentialities of the future, of things that could be. And every choice that you make is a different potentiality, right? So when you close your eyes and imagine something, it's actually there. If you're constantly imagining yourself as someone, or a person who you want to become. This is what could happen. It's not just there just because. Remember, everything's in the mind. This reality that we're experiencing right now, it came from the mind. And this is essentially how you connect with the unseen world, right? You have to be clear on what it is you want to connect with and become open to receiving. You can't be doubting stuff. You can't be closed-minded about stuff. Whatever you're telling yourself, it's what you're creating. So if you're gonna be like, that's not real, well, then you're telling yourself it's not real. Okay, that's what's gonna be true to you. But when you become more open and you know that is possible, okay, you're opening up, and you open even more to other things, to different realms. Now, at first, it may seem like you're making it all up. That is just pure imagination. But the truth is, everything is made up, right? Everything that we see nowadays was once in someone's mind. And they created this. So it's very hard to describe how to connect with your psychic abilities. But the only way I say, it feels like if you're imagining with your eyes open and everything's in the mind, you're hearing with your mind, not with your ears. Sometimes, it'll be clear enough and then it'll feel like it is coming through your ears. You're also seeing with your mind, not your two eyes. Now, again, if you get to that level, you could actually see it with your two eyes because you're more open and receptive. And this is really connecting with the unseen. Psychic abilities are ways to connect to the unseen. It's just channeling in different ways. This is why meditation is important, because it clears your mind to help you receive the clear messages and guidance. Because when you try to connect with your psychic abilities and your mind is clouded and messy, it is very unclear. Meditation also helps you strengthen these abilities, right, and your spiritual body, as well as becoming more mindful, more aware of your reality. And people don't want to do the meditation, right? They just want to jump into the psychic abilities and, but it's very important to have the mind right and to be in flow, because you could then hurt yourself and your mind. I say that it's quite clear that we are magical beings. When you feel ready, just get your mind right, and then you could tune into, your psychic mind. We all have these gifts, and some of us don't even know that we have these, right? You'll be surprised. I just wanted to go over this briefly, but if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So thank you so much for watching this video.